thunder,
lightning,
or in rain.
when the hurly-burly's done,
when the battle's lost,
away!
that'll be
Hear the set of sun
Where the police
upon the heath.
there to meet with
Macbeth!
great melody and a cold and none. Fair is found,
and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is this?
This is the sergeant whom, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend. Say to the king the knowledge of the broilers thou didst leave.
Down for it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together, chalk on the right. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel for to that, the multiplying villainies of nature that do swim upon him. From the western hills of the Kens, and the gallow glasses that supplied, and fortune on his damned quarrel, smiling showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Aye, he deserves that name, as he brandished his steel which mocked with bloody execution, till they carved out their passage and faced the slave. His near shook hands, no bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Cousin worthy gentlemen.
Mac, King of Scotland, Mac, no sooner justice had compelled the skipping council to twist their heels, why, the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, the furbished arms and the new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Tis made not this our captains Macbeth
Aye.
and Banquo.
As sparrows, eagles, hair of the lion. I must report that cannons were overcharged and double clacked, but I cannot tell. My gashes, they cry for help.
Thy words become thee as thy wounds. Go get him surgeons.
Macbeth. The word of
Who goes there?
Hail, great king!
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, it began a most dismal conflict. And, to conclude, the victory fell on us!
Great happiness! No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done!
What he has lost, the noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine!
Sister, where thou?
The sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap.
A munch. Give me, quoth I, a right deep wig, the rump-fed runyon cries. Her husband to a leopard, master of the tiger. But in a civil, they're sailing like a rat without a tail. I'll do.
I'll give you a wing.
Thou
I
art
another.
kind. I myself have all the other. And the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know, in the shipman's guard, I'll drain him, dry as hair. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse leaf. He shall live a man for peace. Where is Sir Night?
Night times nine.
Shall he dwindle peak and time, though his bark
Cannot be lost.
yet he shall be
Tempest Show me!
I have a pilot's thumb. Rector's homeward. He did come. A drum. A beck doth come. The weird sisters,
Hand in hand, coasters of the sea and land, thus do go about. Thrice is mine, thrice again to make up now!
How far is it called to forest? What are these?
Withered and wild in their attire, that they appear not like inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Speak, if you can. You should be women. Yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so. Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, who shall be king hereafter.
To my noble friend, you speak with great prediction and present grace. Yet to me you speak not.
Ooh.
If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, then speak to me, who neither beg nor fear your favour.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth, yet much greater!
Not so happy, yet much happier!
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail
Macbeth and Banquo!
Banquo and Macbeth!
All hail!
Now, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. My sinners of death, I know I am the Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands up within the prospect of belief. No more to be Cawdor. Say from whence you all this strange intelligence, and why, upon this blasted heath, you stop our way with such prophetic greeting? Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath water, as the bubbles have as well, and these are of it. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seems corporal melted as breath into the wind.
Have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Should they have stayed, your children shall be kings.
Ha! And you shall be king.
And Cawdor too, whence it not so?
Ha! To the self-same tune and words. Who goes here?
The king hath heard much of your tale, Macbeth, and when he reads of thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his praises do contend which should be thine or his. As thick as hail came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defence, and poured them down before him.
We have been sent to give to thee from our royal master thanks.
And for an earnest of a greater honour, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which edition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears such a life which he deserves to lose. Treason, capital, confessed and proved, has overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. I thank you for your praise. Do you not hope your children shall be king when those that have offered the Thane of Cawdor to me have offered no less to them?
'Tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, only to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why has it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to the suggestion of horrid imagery that doth unfix my hair and knock my seated heart at my rib against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thoughts, whose murder is yet but fantastical, shake so my single state of man is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why chance will crown me without my stare.
New horrors come upon him like our strange garments. Cleave not to the mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me favour. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn a leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Let us think upon what has chanced. And at best time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough.
Is execution done on quarter, or are those in commission not yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I've spoke with one who saw him die, who reported that, quite frankly, he confessed his treason. He died as one who had been studied in his own debt. To throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's confusion in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I played an absolute trust. Our worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy upon me. Thou so far deserved, ring of recompense cannot overtake thee.
The service and loyalty I owe. In doing it pays for itself. Your Highness, part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne, state, children, and servants, which do but what they should. So everything towards your love and honour.
I have begun to plant thee, and will labour to make thee full of growing. Banquo, thou too hast no less deserved. Come, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my...
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and all those who are the nearest, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, who henceforth will be known as Prince of Cumberland.
Prince of Cumberland! I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So, tumbling, take my leave.
Come, let us to Inverness, where we shall bind ourselves closer to thee.
Prince of Cumberland, eh? The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else all leap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let that light see my black and deep desires.
They met me in the day of success. And I have learned, by the perfectist report, they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came message from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor. Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor. Oh, Thane of Cawdor. By which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with hail. King that shalt be. Macbeth, king that shalt be. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. King that shalt be. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet, do I fear thy nature? Do I? 'Tis too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, thou wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false, and yet would strongly win. Thou dost have great glance. Oh, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do and wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirit in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What are your tidings?
The king comes here
Here!
tonight. The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with you? Who whatso would inform for preparation? Give him tendings. Oh, he brings great news. The Raven himself is hoarse. That croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits who tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Oh, come. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Whenever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunny smoke of hell. Oh, that my keen knife sees not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep to the banquet of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Ah, great glams, where is order? Greater than both by the old hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond the ignorant present, and I feel now the future is in the instant.
Duncan comes here tonight.
Duncan comes here tonight, and when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he
Oh,
purposes.
never shall thou the morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look, evening, like the tide. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this great night's business into my dispatch, which to all our days and nights to come shall give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
No, only look a clear. To alter favour ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself to our gentle senses.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The temple-haunting martlet doth approve. By his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutchy, buttress, nor coign of vantage, but this bird hath made its procreant cradle and pendant bed, where they most breed and haunt. I have observed, the air is delicate here.
King Duncan.
See our noble hostess.
All our service in every point twice done, and then done double, was poor and single business against those honours deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house. Why, we rest your permits.
But where is the Thane of Corder? We had coursed him at the heels and had purposed to be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love and sharpeth his spur hath holp him to his home before us. Lady, we are your guests tonight.
Oh, King Duncan, your servants ever have theirs themselves on what is theirs in count, to make their audit. Your Highness's pleasure even to return your own.
Come, conduct me to mine host, for we love him highly, and we shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, noble hostess.
Come.
I suppose there'll be plenty of fruit tonight.
If it be done, when 'tis done, then 'twere well it be done quickly.
If the assassination has cease confess, that might be the be all and end all.
But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commands the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and subject, both strong against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a naked newborn babe striding the blast on a heaven's turban, horsed upon the silent couriers of the air. I have no spur to prick the size of my intent, but only vaulting ambition which o'erleaps itself and falls on thy other.
Macbeth, come!
How now? Has he asked for me?
He is almost up. Why have you left the chamber? Know you not he's asked for you?
We will proceed no further with this business. He hath honoured me of late and bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, if not cast aside so soon.
Was thou drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Ah, hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love. Ha! Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat of the adage?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that become a man. Who dare does more is none.
What beast was then? Oh God, what beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? Macbeth, oh, when you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. No time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. Huh, they have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and I know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while he was smiling in my face, I would have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail.
We fail? Screw your courage to the sticking place. Oh, we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall his hard day's journey soundly invite him? His 2 chamberlains will I, with wine and with ale, so convince the memory, the water of the brain shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limpet only. When his swine is sleep, their drenched nature's lies as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers? Who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. But will it not be received? When we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 and used their very daggers that they had done it.
Who dares receive another? Oh, as we shall call our grief, and clamor law upon his death.
I am settled. Bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with the fairest show.
For faceless lives, part that know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not seen the clock. Who's there?
A friend?
Sir, not yet to bed?
Nah. Being unprepared will become the servant to defect.
All's well. I, dreamt of the weird sisters last night. To you, they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when you can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend some words upon that business. If you can grant the time.
Very gladly.
Good proposal, while.
Hi, sir. I like to you. Play on.
Go bid thy mistress. When thy drink is ready, strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and with such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes have made the fools of thy other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still. And on thy blade are dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now on the one-half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse to curtain sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings and withered murder, allured by his sentinel, the wolf, who howls his watch. Thus, with his stealthy pace, as Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps for fear. Thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of thee too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell!
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Oh, peace! It was the owl retreat. The fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open. The surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets. The death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
What ho? Who there?
I am afeard. I am afeard. They have awaked and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. Shh! My husband! My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now!
As I descended?
Aye.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
As one did laugh in sleep, one cried murder. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen, the other, as they had seen me with these hangman hands, listening their fear. I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? when in most need of blessing, omens stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways. Oh, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care, the death of each day's life, sore labour's bath, balm of herd minds, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What?
Great nature's second course.
What do you mean?
Shh. Still he cried. Sleep no more to all the house. Arms of murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy they, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brazenly of such things. Go, get some water, wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why? Why did you bring these daggers from this place? Huh? They must lie there. Oh, Macbeth! Oh, Macbeth! Go. Carry the daggers. Go carry the daggers. Smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think of what I have done. Look at it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. Huh. "'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. Oh, Macbeth, if he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms with all, for it must seem their guilt."
When shalt thou know, King? How is it with me that every noise appalls me? What hands are these? They pluck out mine eyes! Will all great Neptune Ocean wash this hand clean? No! Oh, rather the multitudinous seas in the Incardine, making the green one red!
My hands are of your colour, yet I shame to wear a heart so white. Come, I hear a knocking at the south entrance. Retire we to our chamber. Come. Look, a little water clears us, Macbeth. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark! More knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Macbeth.
To know thy deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would if thou couldst.
Oh, there's a knocking indeed. Oh, if a man were a porter a hell gate, he should have all turning the key. Oh, knock! Who's there?
In the name of Beelzebub! Oh, faith! Here's a farmer who hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. I've napkins enow about you, farmer. Here, you'll sweat for it.
Faith, here's an equivocator who could swear in both the scales against either scales, who committed treason enough for God's sake, and yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, not! Who's there? In the other devil's name? Oh, faith! Here's an English tailor come hither, who for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, head tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Oh, knock, never that quiet!
Oh, but this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to let some in of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire.
Hello! Come in! Come in.
Is it so late, friend? Eddie went to bed that you do lie so late.
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. Oh, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
And what three things does drink so especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. Thereby, we can say much drink is an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It provokes the desire, but takes away his performance. It sets him on and it takes him off. It makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in a sleep, and giving him the lie leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
I did, sir, in the very throat on me. But I requited him for his lie, and being too strong for him, I think. Though he did take up my legs sometime, and then leave me.
Is thy master staring? Our knocking has awaked him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, Bob.
Good morrow, noble sire.
Is thy king staring? Where thee fain?
The king's abed, I'll take you to him.
He did command me to call time way on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
You go see.
I'll make so bold to call. But it is my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He did appoint so, yes.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death and prophesying with accents terrible. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
Aye, my young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it. What's the matter?
Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What is the matter?
Confusion thou hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious. Murder.
Mean you, His Majesty?
Approach thy chamber and destroy your sight with a new gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and speak yourselves.
Come.
Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bells! Murder and treason! Awake! Donalbain, Malcolm! Shake off this stony sleep, death counterfeit! And look upon death itself! Up! Up and see the death true image! Malcolm, Banquo! As from your graves rise up! Oh, what like sights to see this true countenance horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business? What's the business that such a hideous tramping calls to parley the sleepers of this house? Speak, Macduff! Macduff, speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak.
Why?
The repetition in a woman's head would murder as it fell.
Murder! 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 Woe, alas, what? Murder in our house?
Too cruel anywhere.
If I had...
Dear Duff, I prithee, contradict thyself and say it is not so.
If I'd have died an hour before this chance, I'd have lived a blessed time.
What is amiss?
You are. I do not know it.
The spring, the fountain, the head, the very source of it is stopped. Your royal father is murdered.
Oh, God, what?
By whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were badged with blood. So were their daggers, which, unwaped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, do repent me that in my fury that I did kill them.
Macbeth!
Wherefore did you so? Who could be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outran the pauser. Reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. There the murderers steeped in the colours of their trade. Their gash stabs looked like a breach of nature. Their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? Who had a heart to love, and in that courage, love to make love known?
Help me, hands! Oh!
Oh, look to the lady! Why do we hold our tongues? Most may claim this argument for ours. Don't talk. What must we do? Gnaw our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Let us briefly put on our manly readiness and meet in the hall thereafter.
Well contented.
Come. Come.
Let us not go with them. No. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To Ireland, aye. Safer apart we are both. Where we are, there are daggers in man's smiles. A blood for gore and health, all the bloody ham.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. So to horse, and not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's murder in this theft, which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
Threescore and 10, I remember well, in a volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. But this sore night has surpassed all knowings.
Good father, thou seest the heavens, as troubled with man's act, threaten his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, yet dark night strangles the travelling lamp. It's the night's predominance, or the day's shame, that darkness does the face of the earth entomb, when living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, like the things that just happened. On Tuesday, a falcon, hovering in its pride of place, was hawked at by an owl, a mousing owl.
And Duncan's horses, a thing most strange and certain. Beauteous and swift, the minions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience, as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
That they did, to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Here comes the good Macduff. How go the world's done now?
Why, see you not?
Is known who did this more than bloody deed?
Aye, those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still. Thriftless ambition wilt raving up thine own life's means. Then, 'tis most like that the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
Aye, he's already named, and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors, and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. I'll to Fife.
Well, then I will hither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu, unless our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God benison go with thee, and with those who make good of bad, and friend of foe.
Thou hast it all now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all, as the weird sisters promised.
And yet, I fear thou played most foully for it. But it is said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that I myself shall become the root and father of many kings. Why, if truth comes from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, then their speeches shine. For it is thine. Why, may the good come upon thy verities. Huh? But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
Oh, if Banquo had been forgotten, it has been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight I hold a solemn supper, sir, and I do require your presence.
May your highness cast upon me, for we have an indissoluble tie that is forever knit.
I would have else desired your good advice in this day's council for a good prosperesbury. Is it for you ride?
Aye, my good lord. Well, as far as my horses will allow, twixt now and the hour of supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But more of that tomorrow. Adieu. Farewell to the horse.
Aye.
Farewell, Banquo.
Go.
Farewell.
Flayonce with you.
Aye, my good lord. Well, the time calls upon us.
I wish your horses a swifter, surer foot, and I do command you to their backs. Farewell.
Farewell.
Let every man be the master of his time. Till 7 at night, we'll keep society a sweeter welcome. And till supper time, we'll keep ourselves alone. God be with you.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep. And in his royalty of nature reigns which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind, he hath a wisdom that does guide his valour to act in safety. There's none but he whose being I do fear. And under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said was Mark Antony's by Caesar. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren sceptre in my gripe, thence to be wretched by an unlineal hand. No son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I fouled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan have I murdered. But Runcorn's in the vessel of my peace, only for them, mine eternal jewel given the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate unto the list and champion me to utterest. Who's there? Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
And have you considered my speeches?
Aye, we have, your highness.
I only go for the cattle of men, as hounds, mongrels, greyhounds, scoundrels, all in the name of dogs.
I am one, my liege, whom the wild blows and buffets of the world have so incensed. I am reckless, but I do despite the world. And I, another, to mend it or fix upon it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
Aye, my lord. My lord.
And so he is mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being sweeps against my nearest of life. And though I could with bare-faced power sweep him from my sight, and yet I must not.
For then it is, I do make your acquaintance and we do make love.
We shall, my liege, perform what you have commanded.
I will advise you where to plant yourself. Fleance, his son, who is no less material to me than that of his fathers, must embrace the same fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourself apart.
We are resolved, my lord.
Banquo, if thy soul's flight find heaven, shall find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Naught had. All spent. Where our desire was got, without content. 'Tis safer to be that we destroy, than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts that should indeed have died with those they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it, but she'll close and be herself. In the malice of the former tooth, but let the frame of things disjoint, and both the worlds suffer. Ere we'll eat our meal in fear and sleep, in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better to be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind that lies in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave.
Oh,
after life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. No poison, no malice domestic, no foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, my lord. Sleek all your rugged looks, be bright and jovial amongst your guests tonight.
Oh, sir, shall I love and be? So you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. And make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this. Oh, you must leave this. Banquo.
Oh. Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo and his Fleance lives.
Yes. Oh, Fleance. But in them nature's copy's not etern. Fleance.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable.
Oh.
Then without Jocandia the fat has clone his cloistered flight. And there the shard-born beetle and his drowsy hums have wrung night's yawning peal. There is to be done a deed of dreadful note.
What dreadful deed is to be done, Macbeth?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealant night, scarf up the tender eye of the pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rocky wood. The things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their plays do rouse. Thou marvellest at my words, but hold thee still. The things of day make them strong, but ill. So prithee, go with me. Go with me.
The west glimmers with some streaks of day, and near approaches the subject of our watch. Who bid thee come and join us? Macbeth. Hark! I hear horses.
He was right there, ho!
His horses go about almost a mile, make it all men their walk.
Father, thank you, Flails. Flails? tonight.
Then let it come down!
No! No!
Victory! No! Fly! Players! Fly! About the end! Come on! Players! Fly!
Oh, treachery!
Put one down. Away. Say all that he's done. Go!
You know your own degrees. Now, at first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks for your majesty!
I myself will make the humble host, but our hostess, who keeps her state, we will require her welcome.
Sir, pronounce it for me. Oh,
See, they encountered thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. I'll sit in the midst, and be none, I'll drink a measure the table round.
Musicians! Well, we can begin! Now it starts
Ho-ho! Hey! I told you the Macbeth was civilized.
Come on!
Oh, you'll have to bear with me. I'm new to this dancing below.
Banquo's there.
Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
Aye, his throat is cut.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. It is good that you did the like for Fleance. If thou did, then thou art an unproud.
My royal lord Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fitting aim. I had else been perfect. Whole as a marble, founded as a rock, as broad and gentle as narrow cabin, crypt, confined, bound to sorts and doubts and fears.
But Banquo is safe.
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch with 20 trenchant gashes to the throat.
Thanks for that. There the ground serpent lies. The worm that's fled, having time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. We'll hear ourselves tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. To feed were best at home. And thence the source to meet with ceremony. Meeting were bare without him.
Sweet remembrancer. Now good digestion wait on health and appetite on both. Here have we now the country on a roof where the graced person of our Banquo present, who I would rather pity for mischance and challenge for unkindness.
His absence lays blame upon his promise.
Aye.
Please it your majesty to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Wait, here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Wait, here, my good lord. There's a room, your highness.
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord? What?
Thou cannot say that thou gory stares and looks at me.
Gentleman right, his highness is not well.
Stay! Stay, worthy friends. My lord is often thus. He hath been from his youth. I pray you, the fit is momentary. Upon a thought, oh, he will again be well. If much you note him, you will offend him. Feed, yes! Regard him not! Feed! Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. Oh, God. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air fire which you said led you to Duncan. These flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorised by her grandam.
Prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo.
Shame itself.
How say you? Why, what care I? If charnel houses and our graves must send those of we very back, our monuments we be the moors of kites.
Shame itself. Why? Why? Why do you make such faces when all is done? Look! You look but on a stool!
The human statue purged a gentle wheel. And aye, 2 murders have been performed, too terrible for the ear. There was a time that when the brains were out, the man would die and there would be an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us up from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My royal lord! Now, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. My worthy friends, do not muse at me. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, drink.
Yes.
Drink.
Drink, everybody.
I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our friend Banquo, should he were here. To all and to all, to love and first, to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Duties and the pledge.
Play, musicians, play.
Musicians, play on.
Whoa. Our duties and the pledge. Woo.
Thy blood is cold, thy bones are marrowless. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes that thou dost glare with.
Ha! Think of these, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other. Only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare. Approach like the rugged Russian bear, like the armed rhinoceros or the Hyrcaean tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble, or be alive again. If trembling I inhabit, then protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Near. I be. I am a man again.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? When here now I can see that you behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks. When mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him at once. Good night. Stand not upon the order of your guide, but God,
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
A kind good night to all.
Better health attend his
To
majesty.
all.
Blood will have blood, they say. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Have by augurs and understood relations, have by magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth the secretive man of love. What is the night?
What is the night? What is the night which is which, almost at odds with the morning?
How sayest that thou, Macduff, denies his presence at my great bidding?
Oh, Macduff now. So now you send for Macduff, sir.
Oh, I will, and betimes I will. There's not a one of them that in his house I keep a servant feed. But I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. I am bent to know by worst means the worst, for all causes should give way. I am stepped in blood so far that I should wade no more. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, that must be acted, if they may be scanned.
You, like the season of all nature's sleep.
Sweltered venom, sleeping got. Boil thou first in charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake in the golden boil and bake. I've a newt, toad of a frog. Wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Liver of black-feeling Jew.
Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Dragon scale and tooth of wolf. Witch's mummy, moor and gulf. Of the ravined sea-salt shark. Root of hemlock digged in dark. Liver of blaspheming Jew. Gall of goat and slip of yew. Silvered in the moon's eclipse. Nose of Turk and Tartar's lips. Finger of birth strangled babe. Dish delivered fire dram. Make the moon thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's jaw. For the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with the food well. Then the sharp be firm and good. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you black and secret midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without name!
I conjure you by that which you profess. Come, tell me how it is you know what you know.
Speak!
Demand. We'll answer.
Say if thou'd rather hear it from our lips
Or from our master.
Call him! Let me see him!
Poor Esau's blood that
Has eaten her nine eaten from the murderer's gibbet. Throw into the flame.
Come high or low,
Thyself and office doubly show.
Tell me thou unknown power!
seek to know no more.
Tell me, will Banquo's issue ever reign in my kingdom?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Seek to know no more.
Macbeth! 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 Beware Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife! Dismiss me! Enough!
That will never be! What need I fear of thee?
Seek to know no more. Show his eyes, grieve his heart, come like shadows, so depart.
Had I ye 3 years I'd hear thee, and now I see it is true. I art now to the spirit of Banquo. Down! And my hair does sear mine eyeballs. And my hair, like other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former. Filthy hags! Why do you show me this? A fourth! Another yet! And an elf appears who shows me many more. And now I see two vulnerable towers carried. And now I see the Banquo! Smells upon me! Then live Macduff! What need I fear of thee?
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first. Show his eyes, grieve his heart, come like shadows, so depart.
Great King, I bring you word. Macduff has fled to England. Did you not see the weird sisters? Nay, sire. I saw none. Fled to England? Aye, sire. The castle of Macduff I will seize upon. Give along the edge of the sword. His wife, his babes, and all the unfortunate souls who trail in his line. Come! We will follow contently.
What has he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madame.
He had none. His flight is madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
What? To leave his wife, his babes, his mansion, and his title, from whence and run a place from whence he himself doth fly? Why? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will, whilst the little ones are in their nest, fight against the owl. So is the reason.
I pray you, pretty cousin, school yourself. You know not. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare say not much more, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and know it not ourselves. When we hold rumour from what we fear, but know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I will be here again. Things at their current worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father, he is. and yet he is fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay any longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort.
Get out! Get out!
I take my leave at once.
Sir, your father is dead. Say, how will you for a father?
I'll live as the birds do.
What, with worms and flies?
As they do, yes. Actually, no.
With what they can get, you mean?
Yes.
Come. Your father is dead. How will you for a father? And how will you for a husband?
Nay, nay, nay. How will you for a husband?
Why, I can get 20 at the market.
You buy him and sell again.
Ah, your wisdom does want some lack of reason, as does your wit.
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He is a traitor!
No life, no shag him, villain!
Why you?
No!
Let us seek out some desolate shade. And
us
there,
rather
weep
hold
our sad
fast.
bosoms empty.
The mortal sword. And like good men bestride our downfall and birth them.
This man whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. I am young, something you may discern of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is.
I've lost my hopes.
Fear not. I fear our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can be a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth. See, who comes here?
My countryman, yet I know him not.
My ever gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
Oh, I know him now, good God. Betimes remove the means that makes us strangers.
Sir, amen. Stand Scotland where it did. Oh, alas, poor country. Too afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave. Oh, relation. Too nice, but yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hit the speaker, and each minute teems a new one. How does my wife? Why, well. And my children? Well, too. The tyrant has not battered at their peace. No. They were well at peace when I did leave them. But not a niggard of your speech. How goes it? I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of your help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distress.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seawood and 10,000 men.
I have words that would be howled out in the desert air. It be mine. Keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it. Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, for they shall possess them with the heaviest sound they have yet ever heard. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
Oh. Merciful heaven, give sorrow words.
My children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My children too.
I have said.
Be it their comfort. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief. He has no children!
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man! Be this the whetstone of thy sword. Let grief turn to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it! I can play the woman with my knives and brag it with my tongue. Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length, set him. If he escape, then heaven forgive him too. Come, go we to the king. Our lack is nothing but our leave, and our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. And the powers above, put on their instruments! Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, that never finds a day!
I have for 2 nights watched with you, but cannot see any truth in your report. When was it last that she walked?
Since His Majesty left for the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, put her nightgown upon her, go to her closet, unlock it, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, seal it, and return to bed, all while in a most fast sleep.
In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, when, at any time, have you heard her say?
That which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and you should do.
Neither to you nor anyone having no one to bear witness to my speech. Oh, you. Here she comes. This is her very guise, fast asleep.
Her eyes are open,
but their sense is shut.
Shh! No more of that, my lord. No more. You mar all with your starting. Shh!
Look, she talks.
Shh!
This is an accustomed action of her. To appear thus washing her hands, I have known her to continue it a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot. Out, damn spot! Out, I say! Shh! 1, 2. Why then? 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Oh, shh! Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier interfered! What need we fear? Who knows it? None can call our power to account. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? Oh, shh. Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Oh, what? Will these hands ne'er come clean? Shh! No more of that, my lord. No more. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of one's grave. Shh! Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. Shh! What? Will these hands ne'er come clean? Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this tiny hand. Shh! I hear a knocking at the south entry. Shh, my lord. Come. Give me your hand. Come. To bed. To bed.
And then
What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed. Shh. To bed. Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave. To bed, and his helmet's neck unclean. No more of that, my lord. No more. You mark all with your starting.
Hang out the banners of the Albert walls. The cry is still, they come. Our castle's strength will lash a siege to scorn, till famine and ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. Wherefore was that noise?
It was, my lord, the cry of a woman.
I've almost forgot the taste of fears, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays, like the way for fools to dusty death. Out. Out. Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that is full of sound and fury. It is a tale told by an idiot, signifying nothing. If thou comest to use thy tongue, then use it quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I should report which say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Say, sir, say!
As I stood my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
No, listen, if it be not true, then please, hold thy wrath against me. But you shall see it within 3 mile. A moving grove, I say.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. If thou speech be sooth, then I care not for me so much. I pull in the resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham wood come to Dunstane. And now a wood comes toward Dunstane. Arm, arm, and out! If this which here vouches does appear, there is no flying, hence no tarrying here. I begin to be aweary of the sun, and now wish the estate on the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow! Wind! Come! Rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Now! Near enough! Your leafy screens throw down, and show like those you are! You, worthy uncle, shall, with your son, our right noble heir, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take what's else to do according to our order.
Fare you well. We would find the tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beaten. We cannot fight.
Let's make all our trumpets sound. Give them all breath. These clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
Ah!
Tie me to a stake, I cannot fly. But bear-like, I must fight the cause. What's he that was not born of woman, and such a one to fear, or none?
What is thy name?
Thou will be afraid to hear it.
No, thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear. Show thy face! If thou be a slain with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back, for my soul is too much charged with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain than tongues can give thee out!
Come on! I bear a charmed life, and will not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, it'll call me the better part of man. I will not fight thee!
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the gaze and show all the time.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet and be baited with the rabble's curse. To Dunstane, come from Burnham Wood. And now I came, saying you're avouched by woman born. I throw my body upon my warlike shield, and lay on Macduff. First began him that cries, hold, hold, enough!
Bring it. Finish the job, Macduff! Hail! King! For so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time now is free. I see thee compass thy kingdom's spell. Speak my salutation in their minds, as I command aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of
King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make you even with us. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honour named. What's more to do than would be planted fairly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by self and violent hand took off her life. That, and what needful else remains. By the grace of grace, we shall in measure, time and place. So here's to all, to each one, who we invite to see us crowned at Scone!
Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!